Now you can take the lug nuts off, use a 22mm socket so you can get the wheel off. And grab the wheel, slide it off. I'm going to loosen up the jam nut. Just take a 15/16 wrench and loosen it up. That's good. I'm just going to take a little rust penetrant and just spray down the tie rod stud. That'll make it a little easier to take that nut off. I'm just going to take a pry bar and just pry below the strut and prying down on the tie rod to help the stud from spinning. And then use a 21mm socket, take that nut off. Now just take a hammer and hit on the bottom of the stud going up. And when you take this off, you're going to want to count the threads. So 1, 2, 3, 17, and just write that number down somewhere. That's going to make it easier for when you put it back together to get it close, so that when you go to have the alignment done, it's actually a little bit closer than if you didn't count the threads. Now take the outer tie rod in and count the threads when you go on. 1, 2, 17. And I'll just move the jam nut a little closer and take the stud and line it up with the knuckle. Take the nut, put the nut on. Now I'll take a pry bar, go under the strut, slide this down. And then I'm going to torque this nut to 22 foot-pounds. And if you have an angle meter, you're going to want to torque this an additional 120 degrees. If you don't, just do the best you can. That's 90. Then I'll go another 30 degrees. I'm just estimating. It's about right. And we can tighten up the jam nut. And if you have the ability to torque this, you can torque it to 55 foot-pounds. Now put the wheel back on. Now I'm going to tighten the lug nuts down, torque them to 140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern so that it tightens the wheel down evenly. I'll go around again, just double check.